Hello, beautiful friends, and welcome back to our Daily Women's Devotional, I Am Loved, edited by Carolyn Rathbun-Sutton. Today is July 23rd, and the title of our devotional is Geography Lesson, written by Carol Wiggins Gigante. The Bible verse is found in Mark chapter 16, verse 15. He said to them, "Go into all the world and preach the gospel to all creation." Carol writes, "When I was a child, a lady missionary came to visit. Actually, when she tried to explain what a missionary was, I was terrified. I hadn't heard much about Jesus yet, so I wasn't that keen on serving him at home, much less across the waters in the darkness of Africa. My knowledge of geography was also limited to our yard, so what and where was Africa? My sisters listened intently to the lecture and stories. I was content to play in the dirt and just pretend I was listening, because I knew from previous experience that they would explain away my questions later. I now know that my fear came from thinking the lady was going to ask me to go to Africa beginning the next day, and I did not want to leave my family and home. Have you been in a situation like that and suddenly someone comes along and says, "There's mission work right here in your own community"? Now you can breathe. You don't have to pull up stakes and leave home to be a missionary. You can bloom where you are. I so love tending my tame blackberry vines. The ones with no thorns, but there's so much more to their beauty than being nice to work around. The bloom where they are planted. They reach out an arm, snuggle down into the rich layers of mulch and brown earth, and begin growing a new plant. I'm delighted every time. Baby plants. I strive to bloom where I'm planted. After being active inside the doors of the church for so many years, I was beginning to think I had burned out and began searching for ways to serve my master in the community. For the first time in my life, I joined organizations and clubs that had nothing to do with the church. Not bad things, but more secular than I was used to. I'm happy to say I made wonderful friendships and was able to share my faith in a different way than sharing with fellow believers. If there was an event planned on my Sabbath, I simply explained that I wished them well, but I would not be there. I would be in church. I hope you can find a mission endeavor right where you are planted. I found one in the food ministry program at our church. It is not just within the doors of a building, but in my heart, as I am able to help those in need. Hearts are longing for news of Jesus. Won't you reach out, dig deep, and bring a new life to him, to plant in his kingdom? Carol Wiggins Gigante is a former daycare provider and teacher at heart. She is an avid reader, photographer, and flower and bird lover who also works as a freelance proofreader. She resides in Beltsville, Maryland, United States of America with her husband Joe, their dog Buddy, and cat Susanna. They have 2 grown sons, Jeff and James. Even so, come, Lord. This devotion can't come at a better time. As I had shared with you guys in previous devotions, we recently came from a missionary trip in Arizona. And it just opened up my eyes to all the possibilities and all the hurt that is here in our very own backyard. We don't have to go to China or India or Ethiopia or any of those countries when there are hurting souls right here in our community. So, what are you waiting for? Grow where you are planted. I hope that you're blessed, you enjoyed today's devotional, and I will see you again tomorrow.